What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's go. So
Yeah,
soulful.
great fire.
Winner, chicken dinner, money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. Winner, chicken dinner, money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. I'm trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop, the best sports show on the internet. Shout out to John Lawson, the best damn gambling show on the internet. And shout outs to JaY Briggs, who keeps saying that in the beginning of his video. The best gambling show on YouTube. Okay, my guy. Salute to you, though. You know I just be fucking with you. Anyway, it's Saturday. You know what I mean? We made it to Saturday. The weekend is here. All praises due. Nice NBA slate card today, but you know how we do. Before we get into today's slate, let's take a flash from the past and let's do a quick recap of yesterday's games. Yesterday's games was 12 games on the slate, guys. It was a lot of games, and we went 8-4. So yeah, again, we had another winning day. We gave out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 locks. We went 3-2. We did drop the play of the day after hitting 5 in a row. So that was a little disheartening, but you know, hindsight is 2020. Out of the 8 games that I did win and the 4 games that I did lose, I definitely didn't have to take the Toronto Raptors on the back end of a back-to-back. Just played the Lakers, tough game. There was a lot of other games that I could have made the play of the day, and I didn't. But here we go. Anyway, we had Boston. We had Miami. They almost won the game. They'll play each other in the tournament. We had Cleveland. They was down like all the way to 3 quarters. Then they turned it on. We had Portland. They almost won. Went to overtime. Detroit ended up, winning by, I forgot about that. They ended up winning by 6 in overtime. Knicks was a blowout. We knew that. Toronto was a loss. Chicago was a loss. Indiana was the better team, even though it was a quick turnaround revenge game for Chicago. Memphis, we knew Memphis was winning. We made Memphis a lock. Should have made Memphis the play of the day. The Bucks, they just El Doodoo. Please, somebody spray some incense. Them niggas is trash. Without Giannis, it's over for them. And I hate that for them because I like the Bucks. Houston was another lock that we gave out. That was easy money. Could have made that the play of the day. No Devin Booker, no problem. Houston, we don't have a problem. OKC could have made that the play of the day. We didn't even give them out as a lock. They smashed Dallas, and it was easy. With that being said, my record, because I got to go to work again today, my last day of work. Yeah, kid. Here's my record right here. My record now is, in overall, we are now 185, 154. Almost 31 games above 500. JaY is 166, 173. He's still under 500. And I'm sure he'll get over 500. Last 2 years he was. Play of the day, I'm 19-25 because we just lost. JaY is 21-23. 2 games under 500. I'm 6 games under 500. I don't know what he is on the premium side, but my premium side is called the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks to get you and me the winner chicken dinners. We 83, 70, and 1 push. With that being said, nice NBA slate card today. So let's jump right into the first game and get gutty with it. We got the Brooklyn Nets at home going against the Pelicans. And Brooklyn is given 3.5. And they are 2 games better than the Pelicans, but I don't think they're better. And if you're gonna give me 3.5 points with 2 bum teams, 2 bum juice teams, one team playing the West, one team playing the East, For what that's worth, I think the West is a little tougher. You're going against stiffer competition every year, 4 times a year. The East, 4 times a year on your side, but twice a year, East and West. I like the Pelicans. Although they've been losing, they play better competition. If you guys played the Timberwolves, lost twice, 2 strong games against them. Lakers lost. Warriors is all right. Grizzlies lost. Grizzlies got talent. Bulls they beat. Atlanta they lost. Dallas, Denver, Thunder, Lakers again. Brooklyn on the other hand, I mean they did have some good wins considering they just beat the Bulls, so both teams beat the Wolves. They beat the Hornets. Hornets beat them though, so that's like a revenge game. Lost to the Bucks, lost to Philly, lost to the Knicks, lost to the Raptors, lost to the Celtics. They did beat the Wizards. The Wizards is trash too. So you get what I'm saying. They both trash to me. So I'll take the 3.5 with me. Next game up, we got the Atlanta Hawks out on the road at Washington. And Atlanta is given 9.5. And that's a lot of points, especially on the back-to-back. But when you think about it, saying, is it really? Atlanta has played 5 back-to-backs. They 4-1 on the back end of a back-to-back. Their only loss was to OKC, which is no shame in that because that's the best team in the NBA. Even beating the Lakers, beating a couple other teams. Granted, it was a little earlier in the season. The season is still young. Christmas soon come, and that's when, the NBA players say that the season has started when King Day come and Christmas and all that bubblegum shit, right? But I like that on the back end of a back-to-back that they go hard. No Porzingis, that nigga be double dutching in and out, my neck, my back, my calf, gotta rest my kneecap. You know what I mean? Also, this is a revenge game for Atlanta because Atlanta got flooded by Washington and it wasn't on the back-to-back. Washington is dealing with a lot of injuries right now. But I just think Atlanta is the better team. Keep in mind that although most of these teams is on the back-to-back today, a lot of them are not going to play until next Friday and next Thursday because the in-season tournament will be on Tuesday and Wednesday. So a lot of these teams will get a little 3-day, nice 5. Some teams are going to get 5 days rest. Like Houston going to play today, then they're not going to play again the next Friday. So that's a long time. With that being said, I like Atlanta. Don't get me wrong. I was like, Atlanta on the back-to-back. They should have won. Denver played them strong. Or rather, they played Denver strong. Or you could say Denver played them strong because they was winning the whole game. And then Denver just kept walking them down. And they won by 1. I had Denver as a lock. They didn't cover the 4.5 points, but they should have. So I like Atlanta to bounce back and self-correct. Ain't no real strategy. I just think they better, and I'll take them. Next game up, we got the Golden State Warriors out on the road at Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Warriors getting 7.5. Cleveland, another team on the back-to-back, no travel. Warriors, I think they 0-3 in their last 3 games. Lost to Philly, lost to OKC. 2 games, and beat the Pelicans, lost to the Rockets. A lot of injuries. Jimmy Butler is questionable. Draymond Green is questionable. They up top and they at the bottom on RotoWire. If you know, you know. I think both of them will play, but I still think Cleveland is the better team. And I'm going to go with Cleveland tonight. I know it's a back-to-back. They match up well with Golden State. They got the big bodies. Even though Jared Allen is still out, but they still got enough big body. Golden State don't really got no big man. That's why Draymond is the proverbial 5 and 4, the do-it-all type of Swiss knife army player, and he has played that role perfectly for years. That's why he's a 4-time champion. You know what I'm saying? But in this game, coming back or nagging injuries, Cleveland, I think they could win and cover. 7.5 sound like a lot. But the Warriors ain't really that great. They're not really that good. And without Steph, they got a lot of backups, etc. But I think it doesn't mean nothing in this game. I'm going to roll with Cleveland in this one. Next game up, we got the Detroit Pistons at home going against the Milwaukee Bucks. And we just spoke about the Bucks. Bucks getting 12.5. And that is a lot of points, guys. I ain't going to lie. I seen that spread. I'm like, damn. And that's why when I first started and I was talking about the Portland game, Detroit went overtime yesterday, so that was a struggle for them. Even though they didn't travel, now you're going against the Bucks. You're giving them 12 and a half. The public is on the Bucks 54%, 46% for Detroit money line, and the money line is minus 662. 91% is on them. They definitely should win money line, like the song. But these two teams also played twice already, so there's a familiarity. Let's check real quick. Detroit just lost to the Bucks, and we had the Bucks that game, not money line, but we had them with the points. They lost 113-109. They wasn't on the back-to-back. This just past Wednesday that they just played. But then prior to that, what game they played? All right, they played Saturday, so like today is Saturday, at the Bucks, and they beat the Bucks 129-116. No Giannis, no in that game. It was no what's the nigga name from Houston? Kevin Porter, I believe that's his name. No Giannis. Rollins is not gonna play tonight. Although Detroit played overtime and they're gonna be on the back-to-back, this is gonna be the first time they playing the Bucks at home. The first two games was in Milwaukee, so I'm gonna go with Detroit. I just can't really take the Bucks in good faith that they're going to win without Giannis. Without him, they look like a totally different team. Miles Turner, I mean, I know this is how he's been playing. He's just a shoot 'em up, spot 'em up shooter. No aggression in the paint. Like, I'm not, like, give me the ball. It's like, now I'm going to stay outside and shoot. And, they don't really have a real good cast of support, if you ask me, around Giannis, even though in the beginning of the season, they was like, this is one of the best casts. You know what I mean? But I don't think so. Anyway, next game up. Got the Sacramento Kings out on the road at Miami, and Miami is given 9, right? 8.5. I think that spread has went down. Miami is also on the back end of a back-to-back. They will be playing an important game, quotations, in Cup Season Tournament on Tuesday at Orlando, and they just finished playing Orlando last night. Tough game because Orlando was a get-up-in-your-face, guard you from one end of the court to the next end. They play that, aggressive type style defense. And I like that about them teams that care about, playing the game the right way or try and build culture. Now, Miami is also the same way. That's why they got Eric Spoelstra, at the helm, and they got Pat Riley in the office. So they give it up too. And I like that about Miami. At home, at least last year, they wasn't really that great giving up big spreads. This year, they playing a different type of style offense. You hear Anabaya, like, we don't really run no set plays. Like, we just, like, we running up and down. Teams can't really game plan for that. It has been working well for them because I think they are either the number 1 or number 3 highest scoring offense in the NBA this year, which was like, oh, word? Like, they scoring that much? But that's how they play. Anyway, I said all that to say they should win today. They should cover the 8.5. But for some reason, I just don't think they will. Sacramento was a bum team, or they have been playing like bums. No Sabonis. I think he tore his meniscus in his knee or some shit like that. So he's out, not indefinitely, but he's just out. Zach LaVine can't find his rhythm. DeMar DeRozan, the 2-point sniper. They got Westbrook in the fold. They got pieces, but it doesn't seem like they, behind Doug Christie, they haven't just been playing well, but they have lost 4 straight. I think they come to play tonight. Miami, this is another reason why I like Sacramento, not just because of the back-to-back. They didn't really travel. You was in Orlando, you just crossed the bridge, and now you're back home in Miami. So the travel is not really nothing. They probably went home to their beds last night. I just think that they're going to be looking ahead to Tuesday, even though they still got Sunday, Monday in between. Then they play Tuesday. They may want to come out and drive the knife in and then rest and get ready for the Magic. But I think they may be up, and then they're probably going to take their players out for the little Knicks and just to get them rested up. That's what I think. So I'm going to go with Sacramento in that one. Next game up, and then we out of here. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves at home, giving the LA Clippers 9.5. I like the Minnesota Timberwolves. I won't really gloss over it. I did do the studying and all that. They both are playing 5 games within 7 days. A lot of teams are today. Keep that in mind. Some are playing 6 games and 9 days. So there's that. But I think Minnesota's the better team. when you read the little information, as I often do, you hear them saying we are unfinished product. They just went to overtime and didn't cover both spreads with the Pelicans, but they still won both games. They didn't cover, and I think they'll put the Clippers away. They should put the Clippers away with the 9.5. Last game of the night, we got the Houston Rockets out on the road at Dallas. Houston is giving, how much Houston is giving again? Houston giving 7.5. Both of these teams, well, not both of these teams, just Dallas is on a back-to-back. Houston play, yeah. Houston is on a back-to-back as well, but with travel. But I like Houston. Dallas played a tough game. What I mean tough, meaning another team that's up in your face is the OKC Thunder, best defensive team in the league. If they're not the best, they definitely top 3. They're another team that they guard you from the ball coming in all the way up the court, and they have multiple defenders that they send at you in waves, and that can weigh on you as an offensive player, especially if you play both sides of the court too. It forces you to exert a lot of energy. And then Houston is in that same elk, like, you know, Ime Udoka, that's the culture he built. You know, I think they'll just overwhelm Dallas, and I'm taking the Rockets. With that being said, let's get to the theme music, and then let's get out of here because I got to get to work. Let's get to the theme music.
Yeah, great fire.
When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band line in the air, throwing signals. When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the band lines in the air, throwing signals.
All right, guys, here go the locks. Not from Yonkers, but the locks that get you and me the winner chicken dinners. It's only 7 games, so we won't dare be greedy. But I like the teams that I'm about to give out. So we going with Cleveland. We going with Atlanta, and the play of the day is the Houston Rockets over the lonely Dallas Mavericks. That's who I like. That's who I'm taking. Y'all can let me know who you like. Let me know who you taking. Drop it in the comments. I appreciate all the feedback. All I ask is that you hit the like button for the algorithm and help the channel out. But y'all know who it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. NBA, picking with Pop. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid. Let's get some money today.